I'll build a kingdom where everyone can live happily ever after.
Kuni II, Revenant Kingdom is here to ruin your life. One minute you think you're going to enjoy a cute fantasy adventure with a sexually non-threatening party of friends, the next you're sneaking out of bed at 2 AM just to finish off that quest for the robot that needs some tripe for a recipe. Don't be fooled by its adorable looks. This game wants to eat your time, your soul, and take 40 hours of your life as an after-dinner snack.
I've made a decision. I'm staying here in this world. With you.
The secret to this ridiculously delightful RPG is that underneath all the Studio Ghibli-style animation, there's a finely tuned machine of strategy and city management mechanics. There's never a moment that you can't be tinkering with at least 3 different things, and that's before you even get to the main quest or the combat, in which every battle is like your very own fireworks display.
Yeah!
You take on the role of Boy King and walking ray of sunshine, Evan, forced out of his homeland, which of course is called Ding Dong Dell, who's now trying to juggle building a new kingdom and chasing a sinister figure. This means lots of exploration of perfectly painted new lands, lots of hitting monsters with swords, and a surprising amount of worrying who should be working at the fish market. What it means in terms of gameplay is switching between roaming the world map looking for people, items and bad things, battling the bad things, facing real-time strategy skirmish challenges, and managing every aspect of your new realm. And this is all glued together with cutscenes that'll make your share screenshot finger itch. The backbone to it all is a satisfying story woven through a beautifully built world. There may be robots and dog people roaming around, but the world follows a logic that holds it all together. It manages to feel magical and real at the same time, whether you're exploring a town riddled with gambling debt, or a land of science where you find a group of women talking about leaning in to get their work in military tech recognised. Hero Evan is Disney-style levels of naive, and sure, you might find that your mind wanders here and there when the lore gets heavy, but it always pulls you back in. Whoever you play as in combat, it's always a fast-paced, smooth mix-up of ranged attacks, melee, and rainbows of light and colour from spell attacks and your higgledies. They're the little sprites you collect from around the world who can be called into battle to use special talents like summoning in a force field or a temporary cannon. Then there's your typical RPG items to be used in the event of an emergency, like, a death. I like to have a lot of angel tears in stock. As with most things in Ni no Kuni II, there's even more depth underneath the glossy surface. To fine-tune your battle style, there's a tactics tweaker in your menu. Here you can assign points you earn in battle into 4 categories: arts of war, elements and ailments, monster affinities, and spoil settings. It's a delicate balancing act of trying to predict what sort of monsters the game might throw at you, and wanting to have maximum might on hand at all times. You can ignore the whole tweaker system and still find plenty to enjoy in the combat, but be brave and you'll be rewarded with a much deeper combat experience. The most unpopular chocolate in Ni no Kuni's selection box is the skirmish mode, a sort of diet version of a real-time strategy game. You take a miniaturized army across a map filled with other armies, defenses and weapons, and hope like hell that you've got the military might to survive their level. I thought it was a cute optional mechanic at first and just steadfastly ignored the skirmish markers on the map, much happier running off to fight someone the old-fashioned way. But about 20 hours into the game, it turned out very much to be not optional from the main quest. My bad. Meaning that my tiny fighters were woefully underprepared. It's not that this part of the game is broken, it's just lacking the richness you get to wallow in every other activity. And if you're not off on a story quest, or opening a can of magical whoop-ass on an unsuspecting wampster, you'll be juggling the task of a city planner, treasurer, and human resources manager in the kingdom management mode. There you'll choose what buildings to install in your new land of Evermore, many of which open up new options. Build Evermore outfitters, and you'll have a place to buy and improve your weapons. build a higgledy-higgledy, yeah, try saying that 5 times, and you can birth new magical friends and level up the ones you have. Rather than being a chore, it's a nice diversion which makes me wish it existed as a standalone app for mobile that I could check in on whenever real life has managed to drag me away from the PS4. Despite getting the chance to play some early versions of the game, it's almost impossible to appreciate how well all of the above fits together until you're a few hours in and swept away in the magical fairy tale of it all. We give it 4.5 stars.